Alright, so this is an example of a saw cut that's not wide enough. You can see that I can't even push it down in there, and you need it to flow just like that. You need to be able to put it in there. And the reason why it's wider right here and it's easier to do, because you can see there's actually been two cuts. There's one there and one here. Now the problem with that is because it's not straight, is right here where the bend is, it's a little bit wider because that cable, the actuator cable, has to make that bend, so it's sticking out just a tad bit. But I think this one is just not as wide as it needs to be. So overall, see, like right there, that's how it should be. It should be where you just flow it in there. But that one little spot over there, guess I should have straightened out the cable before I started the damn video. That one little spot over there is going to cost me 30 minutes trying to get it out with my grinder. Alright, I think that's good to go. It wasn't pressure washed, which is typically done, and then I'll run it up there. You can see that I've already got two straps for the conduit that's going to go up there. So let's get to work. Alright, so getting back to this, I've now used my air compressor to clean it out, and I've dug a trench from there to that side, and that'll take the wire and the conduit in there. But here's one of the reasons why I always like to be here when they're doing the saw cuts, is because what happens is they do stuff like this where you only have about a 1/2 inch depth because they made a mistake. They plunged real deep right there, which is perfect. That's exactly what I need. But prior to getting that, look at that, they raised all the way up here, and you can see how much of a, it may be hard to see, but you can see how much, maybe you can see how much a drop there is just by looking at the teeth on the saw. So there's an inch drop right there. So anyways, they needed to keep going all the way through there and get that in. So what I have to do is now take an angle grinder and cut that out. And that's never fun, because one, I can't get as deep a cut, and two, there's always little ridges and cuts and all that stuff. So anyways. Okay, so you can see I've got the conduit going all the way up to the top of the support arm bracket, and no box, no nothing, because when you're standing right here, you can't see it, and it's well protected the way that it is. So adding a box there would just look ugly. So once this gets spray painted black, it's going to look really nice. Then we'll paint it black all the way down to here, and then as you can see, I filled the dirt back in, and you see how the conduit goes into the concrete, so I don't have to worry about edgers and stuff like that nicking the wire unless they get way deep down in there. And yeah, well, you know what I mean. It was not likely that they'll get down in there and bust it. So you apply back a rod as needed. In this case, I've kind of got a wavy saw cut, so using it sparingly, and that should be good. Still should get a good seal on it. And you can see now I'm over here at the same stage on this one. I've got my knockout in the operator housing filled with a 1/2 inch flex fitting, and I've already got my straps on there ready to go. So now I'll just prep the flex right there and run the cable through it and terminate it with the remnants of what was left over from the actuator arm, which is in another video. Let's see, what do we got? All right, so that's what we'll do next, and we'll seal this. Is going to be the last step because we don't want to keep walking through it. So we're going to do that, and then we'll do photo eye, receiver, and that's going to make this thing about 99% done.